How's it going, fellas? Welcome back. Today we're going to be rectifying our little misfire issue as well as the header leaking, and I thought I'd just give you a closer look at some of the finer and the smaller, more annoying parts to get to of the turbo system, and just show you a couple of close-ups on some stuff. Header there, and run you through really kind of what happened. So this is a Permaseal composite sort of gasket. It's a two-piece aluminum seal that has some sort of graphite mix, or I don't know, some sort of soft mix in the center to help it seal. It's not very heat proof is what I found, and it blew out that top corner on the back cylinder up there. All the other ones, they stayed sealed. The copper gasket, the copper silicon helps that a lot. As you can see, it had a lot that side and it blew out the side in there, so must be a lot of heat in that back cylinder where the dump pipe goes past. But yeah, so throwing that one in the bin. This is our new gasket set. Sce Gaskets from Rocket Industries here in Sydney. It's kind of like Australia's Summit Racing, if I have any American viewers. I haven't opened these yet. Oh god. I'll get these out and we'll come back. And we're back. Alright, these are the new ones. As you can see, they're a one-piece copper pressed gasket. They have raised sort of dimple dyed sections that helps seal even uneven surfaces. So it helps seal uneven surfaces. I forget the measurement of how far they seal to, but yeah, these were recommended to me by the guys at Rocket. They say they've seen them on plenty of big horsepower LS supercharged and turbo, and they work. So I took their word for it, ordered a set. I'm probably only going to put one on because I don't feel like taking that side apart. Not today. If it blows that side out, sweet, I'll change it out. I've got a spare one. If that side stays good, even beautiful. I have a spare one again. But yeah, so that's going to go down there. I'm going to change out my plugs while I'm here too. I've just checked them. They've still got 0.8 millimeter gap on them, but I did notice where my misfire is coming from. Somewhere here. Yeah. So, not sure if the GoPro is able to pick that up. You guys have already seen this one. This is my 7875 billet turbo from CS Racing. Guys over in the States. I can't remember if they're from Texas or Florida. I'm pretty sure they might actually be from Texas, because the other company I'm thinking of is from Florida. But yeah, this is that turbo. It is holding up incredibly well, and it's fantastic. Makes cool tune noises. You can't ask for more than that. Massive exhaust housing too. This thing breathes like you wouldn't believe. It's pretty incredible. 1.25 AR. It is a split pulse manifold. I don't think, what do they call it? It's a dual entry manifold is what it is, but it's not like a Subaru sort of style twin scroll, where you have one side of the manifold that's trying to spool the turbo faster, and then you got the other side that comes in and hits it hard. It doesn't work like that. It's just a dual entry sort of turbo. We've got our flat 4-inch V-band outlet, wastegate welding on the top. Check out my sick welding. I'm not a fabricator, but I do own a welder. Got the manifold here. This is I guess you call it a log style manifold, where basically you got one feed then you've got one collector really, and you've got your 4 feeds, and then you've got your entry from the opposite side, on the other side of the header. And there we have our collector here. That's it said in the ad it was stainless. It must be stainless. It's got a nice pretty color. Factory O2 sensor input, so I can run fuel trim loading, and I can trim off some fuel when I'm at cruising speeds. Everything on the car, aside from the header flanges themselves, everything's V-band. V-band from the front to the back, also except for that. It just helps with fitment and with being able to clock parts. So if something's not quite where it should be, it only takes you to loosen up the V-band and clock it where it needs to be, tighten it back up again. One bolt, it's good stuff. If you're going to build something like this, use the V-bands. Anyway, I'll get back to it. I'll put it back together. I've put a larger wastegate spring in here. So I had 2 springs in there that came with the wastegate when I bought it. I've put in a Turbo Smart 14 psi mid spring. So for those that don't know, I've actually found that the VS Racing 50mm wastegate is a copy of the Turbo Smart Gen 3, I think, or maybe the Gen 4 Pro-Gate. So if you buy Pro-Gate springs, you can run them in your VS Racing wastegate. So the 14 psi spring that I put in here, just compressing it in my hands between two of my palms, that one spring I put in was heavier than the 2 I took out. So I'm assuming that that's going to equal more boost at less duty cycle on the solenoid, which means I can run more boost higher up, and it's probably going to be a bit more controllable with a quality Turbo Smart spring. But yeah, like I said, I'll get back to it, I'll get it together. Hopefully today I can drive it home. So much better. No more leaky. That gasket's really, really good. All back together. We're going to take it for a quick road test around the block. I'll take you guys with me, and we'll see. On 10% duty cycle is the minimum I can go on that boost controller. So we'll see on what that 10% of duty cycle, see what the boost hits. That was only 9 pound, but it broke loose so quick. Alright. 13 pound is what I got in third before it broke loose. I've still got those Yokohamas on the back too. Bloody hell. What a handful. Oh wait, shut her off. So I got the boost controller set up a little bit funny to suit that spring. We were peaking, smashing 14 pound and then coming back down to 10. So I had the gain set too high. Don't know if you guys know what gain is, but gain is what helps the turbo get on boost faster and harder. What it'll do is it will, I think, bleed off of here as much as possible to keep the gate shut until as late as possible. But if you set that too high, it'll stay shut over boost, or it'll spike, it'll boost spike, it'll miss its target boost. And then it'll come back down to where it should be. So that's what's happening. Smashing 14 pound, then it's dropping off to 10. And yeah, holy shit. she's slipping and sliding all over the road. So I've fixed up that gain now. I've set up my other 2 settings. So I've got gate pressure, 40% duty cycle and a 60% duty cycle. See what those do. We'll sort out a couple of other things. I'm going to run a massive catch can setup with the factory rocker covers. Going to drill those out, run dash 10 or dash 12 feed lines, and have a big catch can in the front here, in front of the radiator behind the intercooler. Yeah, you guys will see that in an upcoming video. Thanks for watching, dudes. Catch you in the next one.